Welcome to the Dawg and Gus Show, now on Feel It Radio.
What's up, dog?
Gus, how you doing?
Good, you?
I'm trying not to into the microphone.
That's nice of you.
Thank you.
It's not. He wouldn't notice, but many of us, that wear headphones,
the throngs and
would
throngs and throngs of people.
So who do we have today? This gentleman right here to my
We
right.
have, and I made the joke when we introduced him at the live on Elgin, but I've changed the joke now. It's now he's the illegitimate son of Johnny Cash and Johnny Paycheck. It's Paddy Paystub.
I'll take that.
Well done.
Like it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Paddy. Thank you.
Thought of
coming.
it the other way
Thank
here.
you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you.
The Paddy Paystub name is one that one of my buddies suggested online. So my full name is Patrick Patnode, which is a francophone last name.
Oink.
And why is he so? And I just found it was hard to sell an Outlaw Country show with the francophone last name. So I went on Facebook. I'm like, what should I call myself? And someone said Paddy Paystub. I'm like, that's really funny because, Johnny Paycheck is a legitimate country star. He's really good. And the joke would be that like, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Probably never will be. Like I'm not as good at these guys. So you don't get Johnny Paycheck, you're getting Paddy Paystub, which is, that's okay too, So
Yeah,
that's kind of the joke.
Johnny was a pretty racist guy too. So
Oh,
he was
okay.
He was outlaw to the core, baby.
yeah.
But I guess it's better than calling you, Paddy direct deposit.
Paddy E-Transfer.
Oh boy, we're coming up with new names for him now.
No, Paddy Paystub is a sick name. I love it. I love that that's where it came from. It suits you actually when we watched you play as well, which luckily for us, Doug,
yes,
our friend here has brought his guitar with him, so he might play a little tune for us.
Well, wouldn't that be grand?
Wouldn't it though?
It would be. Actually, we love that.
So who inspired you to get into music?
It sounds so cliche, but like Great Big Sea. I had never
Really?
strummed a chord in my life until I heard Mary Mac when I was 19.
Great tune.
And then I started going to pubs to watch people play that kind of music. And I said, I want to do this.
Mhm.
I also come from a musical party background. Like my family would have kitchen parties, but none of them were professional musicians. And when I saw people play in pubs, I was like, that would be kind of fun, I just wanted to be that guy that played in the pub corner and, got through 3-4 sets and just had some fun, nothing beyond that. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. So it's fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Are
So-
you Acadien? Sorry to ask.
No, Franco-Ontarian.
Okay, but
Yeah.
because the kitchen party is a very East Coast thing. So
Also French Canadian.
oh, is it? Yeah,
we
okay.
do a lot of that stuff too.
That's cool. I love
and,
that.
when I heard Great Big Sea, I was like, "This is really fun." I heard them downtown, in a bar. I don't know if you remember Minglewoods.
Yep,
Yeah, it's Pub
I do.
101 now, but
I do.
they
worked
play that
there.
one. They'd play.
You worked there.
I
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Back in the day, a couple of nights. I used to work for York Street Entertainment. So
Okay.
you'd end up in different bars many nights.
That was a nice bar, but now I would never go because there's too many levels, too many floors.
Well, there was that, but also it had that tinge of scent of urine because people used to pee on the carpet.
Oh, I know.
It was disgusting.
I know.
He'd work the main bar down below. I also have a buddy who's a comedian who I'd love to have on the show as well. His name's Casey Corbin. He's from Arnprior, and he got thrown out of the window while I was working. Thrown out the window.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bad joke?
He's a huge wrestling fan. He has an amazing wrestling podcast.
Say
Actually,
bad joke.
Well, you said he was a comedian, right?
This was pre
Will Smith.
comedy, but I think that's a wonderful joke, Doc. Well done.
Thank you.
Well
Thank you very
done.
much. Now I'm gonna, like you said, like the East Coast influence right now. You do a lot of solo stuff, but you also have a band.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I got ahead of myself a little bit. So I started by playing East Coast music. Members came and gone. It's a band called Mason's Apron, and now it's just myself and a fiddler from Newfoundland, Kathy Fowler, and we play East Coast songs.
That's cool.
And I really like Outlaw Country, and she does not. So I was like, well, I'd like to do my own solo show to do my country stuff. So now we do the East Coast stuff together. And then if a bar wants a solo entertainer, then I'll go as a solo and I can get more gigs that way. And she doesn't have to play the Outlaw Country that she so despises.
Fair enough. I mean, we love Outlaw Country, so
We're not so.
we're probably. I like East Coast music too. So
Yeah, I mean we're fans of pretty much everything, right? So it's gonna.
Yeah, it's pretty spread out.
So you mentioned Great Big Sea. Like that's a big influence.
Yeah, big time. I bought a Boron drum. I had it signed by Sean McCann actually at the what's it called, the Black Sheep Tavern a couple of years ago.
Nice.
Yeah, I play the Boron with the East Coast Band, and I must have seen that band 12, 13 times. Saw them play with Spirit of the West, which
Spirit of the West,
a
baby.
dream come true, because that's another band that got me into music. So
Home for a Rest.
Yeah, Home for a Rest. Political.
I have a little story for that. Like I DJ'd a party last Saturday night, not this previous one, but the one before. And Murph, my buddy that Gus has met a few times.
Friend of the show.
His wife, Erin, hates Great Big Sea, hates Spirit of the West. So what happens? This person comes up and asks for 2 songs, one from Spirit of the West and one from Great Big Sea. So I went over to her and I said, listen,
I have to do my due diligence.
I said, listen, this is going to put a lot of pressure on our friendship. And she's looking at me like I'm crazy. And I played them. And she's like, why did you play them back to back? And I'm like, to get them out of the way.
Yeah.
What, do you want me to play one and then wait longer and play the next one?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, too funny.
Was it Home for a Rest and When I'm Up?
It was because the Great Big Sea, they didn't say what they wanted. They said pick one. So I picked up When I'm Up because I love it. But I could have went with a bunch like Mary Mac would have been a great tune. I could have went the day Paddy Murphy died.
Yeah.
That's a great tune, right? So like, yeah, but Spirit of the West, it's always the one song.
But I think When I'm Up was a good call, because back when I used to go clubbing, it wasn't really clubbing, but When I'm Up was the big one.
Mm-hmm.
That what got so big that some bars wouldn't play it anymore because the floors were like caving in. I think Stoney's was like no more, or was that Spirit of the West? Maybe they couldn't play.
Stoney's was gonna fall down. That's what.
Yeah. Like okay, no more of that Celtic stuff.
I love that we're aging ourselves here. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I know.
As in we've been us two, you mean?
No,
you just know it because you're younger.
I went to Stoney's.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it was still around when you were.
Well, it was Stoney Mondays before I got there. I think
it was Stoney Mondays, and they changed it to Stoney's.
Patty and I are similar in age.
Yeah,
I think so.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
We don't get old people on this show. Only me.
Well, but you're young at heart.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, you're vibrant.
Vibrant. I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Keep that one. You should use it. Actually.
I'm going to put it on a T-shirt. I'm vibrant.
But why is it a Scottish accent?
I don't know.
I'm vibrant.
You ever see it's from a movie, the guy they're talking about the kicker, and he's like not very big, but he goes, but I'm wiry.
Yeah, I love that.
It's kind of vibrant.
You know what? My mom loves that movie and loves that line.
That's such a great movie.
I'm wiry.
I'm wiry. The Replacements.
Oh, okay.
Keanu Reeves, and it's such a great movie.
I'm wiry.
Well, your mom is like classic. Like she's
the best.
Best ever.
Best ever, Patty. She is the nicest person.
Yep.
When we saw your show, it's a very interactive show. Did you kind of design it that way?
Yeah, because I didn't have enough songs to fill 45 minutes. So I'm like, you're getting the story, every single song, whether it's interesting or not.
Yeah. Thanks for the story. Like, here's the song, dude.
No, I'm quite I'm like that in conversation too. Much to my dismay, I'm quite a storyteller. Like if I have something to say, a lot of times my stories will have like 3 acts and be like very, very entertaining. And people who know me well are like, you know what, could you just get to the point? I'm like, no.
And
climax. Yeah. I'm exaggerating, of course.
Scene and on and on.
I like it. I like that. But I like that it has like a, it's like a proper play almost. You have the climax at the end.
I appreciate that. I mean, all joking aside, that's not really the reason. The reason is because when I play in bars, I don't want to say no one's listening, but a lot of times they're not. You know, you're paid to be entertainment for 3 hours, and a lot of times you're there, and the people there didn't know you were going to be there. They just want to have supper with their families, so you're just background entertainment. So when at the show at Live with Sarah Church, I knew that the audience would be captivated with either way, because they paid to be there. They were there to see a show.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to tell stories and stuff, because I never get to do that, when I play. Sometimes it'll happen where people are there for the show and they listen to me talk, but most of the time they listen to the songs that I play. And just to specify, when I play in bars, I play covers, Outlaw Country covers. So they're just more about listening to the songs, right? They like to hear the Johnny Cash. They don't really care too much about what I'm saying. So at Live, I really wanted to tell those stories. And
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Eric Church Outlaw Country?
So My
Because
Outlaw
he
Country
loves he loves Outlaw Country. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I to me, Outlaw Country is all the guys and guys and gals from the 60s, 70s. I only found out recently that some new country artists call themselves outlaw country musicians.
Fair enough.
Like my solo, that stuff that I write, I don't consider that outlaw. When I say outlaw country, it's just my covers. Apparently Chris Stapleton is outlaw country, which I mean,
I don't know.
I don't-
what he is, but
yeah,
he's
I don't know,
So
like-
good.
I don't think I wouldn't consider him outlaw
No,
country.
but I would consider him excellent.
Oh,
Like,
he's
he-
most
yeah,
excellent.
he's really good,
Absolutely.
and I don't know, like I don't have an issue with people, like new people calling them outlaw country. Obviously, I think it's fantastic that the name's coming back. I just don't know what outlaw country sounds like today.
Well, who did Luke Combs put out a song? Bring us an outlaw or something. Like that?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay,
But the thing is, like
Bring us
Paddy's,
bring us back an outlaw.
yeah, like Paddy's trying to say here. I think it's Eric Church's more attitude, like his attitude towards the Nashville scene makes him a
Okay.
little bit more outlawish, because Nashville is basically, okay, put on a hat and this
Yeah.
is what you're going to sing, right? And he's like, no, I'm going to sing whatever I want, and if I don't feel
So
like wearing a
that
hat,
would be
that kind of
that's-
that- you know what I
yeah,
mean?
like, I don't know Eric Church. I don't know much new country singers. I mean, I do. I know like Molly Tuttle, which is more bluegrass.
she's awesome.
I know, and what's that guy from Saskatchewan? Coulter Wall.
Coulter Wall.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
But no, if Eric Church is like saying he's not Nashville, that's absolutely outlaw, because that's what happened, right?
Yeah.
Willie and Waylon were told you can't play here, so they went to Austin.
Yeah. And
I'm
then-
paraphrasing a lot. I'm sure some historian can pick holes in
No,
what
it's
I'm saying, but-
it's a basic cover of what exactly. And then Merle went to the East Coast, or to the West Coast. He went to like the Bakersfield sound in California,
exactly.
right?
So they were all just. I think it was a news article where the woman had said they're outlawed from Nashville.
Well, because Nashville was very like, look at Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard when they first started in Nashville. They had more clean cut hairs than James over there. Like, sorry, Gus. It was like the clean cut look with the suits and the ties and all that stuff.
Waylon with his when he doesn't have a beard.
No
It
beard,
trips
right?
me out,
Right.
trips me out.
Willie either didn't have.
Willie?
Because you'll know that you don't know this, but I'm a huge Waylon fan.
He's
okay.
Waylon's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love them all. I love the Highwaymen and everything, but like, yeah, and I like Willie, of course. I mean, and Johnny. I mean, I love them all, but I just Waylon's
big
voice.
Waylon.
Waylon's voice
it's
just gets
fantastic.
me every
I
time.
know.
I love it.
I
You know what you got to look up sometime, Gus? I don't know that you know this, but Merle Haggard did impressions
Oh, really?
of
I
other
know what
country stars, and
Wow.
he is phenomenal. Like he did, I just watched one the other day of him and Marty Robbins, and Marty Robbins is just sitting there, and Merle's going off on one of his tunes, and he's just kind of like,
Yeah.
he's like awestruck, right, listening to the song, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a big joke where he does Buck Owens, and he does somebody else, and then he does Johnny Cash, and
That
then,
was on the Glenn Campbell show.
yeah, and and he's like, yeah, just keep an eye out for Johnny though if I'm going to do this, right? So he starts doing the impersonation, and Cash walks on stage, and he's like,
Well, yeah.
it's too funny, but
And I never realized how huge Johnny Cash.
He's a big man.
Was
until
he?
you
Yeah?
watched
Oh, yeah.
he comes out, he's towering over everybody, and he's in black, which is very slimming, and he's still towering over
Yeah.
everybody. And
Yeah.
his dreadnought is too small for him. Dreadnought's a type of guitar.
Yeah.
It's too small for him. Like, this guy is massive, and I don't think many people realize how.
yeah, he was a big man.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool that I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I figured he was sort of like one of the.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 foot, but if he's probably like 6'2", 6'3".
He's probably 6'2", 6'3", yeah, probably 240, 250.
boy.
Oh,
A big man.
But I know the
Boy
video you're
named
talking
Sue.
about,
Yeah.
and it's actually great because all the country singers come out and they do a whole whole melodies. It's about an 8-minute
Yeah.
video.
It's amazing.
Really,
So now
Am I taller than you thought I was going to be?
you are both taller than I thought.
all right.
I only want to talk about myself. For
Yeah.
like
When we took
30
a
seconds.
picture at live, I was glad it was from the waist up because I put on my tippy toes. I made myself look a little bit taller. It's an old trick my dad taught me. And all the family photos, I'm like, Dad, you look really tall. He's like, yeah, let me show you a trick.
on my tippy toe.
Yeah, my tippy toe.
He's
there,
up on a 2-foot block.
Yeah.
So now when you first started singing your Outlaw Country, what was the first tune that you learned how to sing?
I would say it's "Your Cheating Heart" by Hank Williams because that's the one that my grandpa used to sing.
That's a standard too, right?
Yeah, that is a standard, and my family loves it. So I started from there, but really started learning a lot of Johnny Cash, And I also wanted to learn some old country stuff that don't have any authors, like old cowboy stuff.
Yeah,
That's cool.
And I found out later that a lot of the Outlaws covered those, so it ended up meshing well into my set.
That's
That was
cool.
accidental.
That's great.
So Johnny Cash, Waylon, a lot of Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, and Chris Christopherson is usually the bulk of it.
What's your favorite Waylon song?
Well, my favorite Waylon song is, unfortunately,
I'm sorry, I keep jumping right.
No, it's okay.
Right back to Waylon.
I really like
Gus.
but it was written.
We'll talk lots about you, Paddy. Don't worry.
No, it's okay. It was written by Kenny Rogers, but I heard it first. Waylon Jennings is a long time forgotten. No, that's wait, no. Oh my God, what was it called? I play
not
it.
The Gambler.
No.
No, not the Gambler. Don't tell me because I'm going to remember. He meets a woman in a bar and her husband shows up.
Oh, Lucille.
Lucille, yeah. Find time to leave me, Lucille.
Dog's the man for that stuff. He'll he put his eyes open and then just sort of like all of a sudden goes through the Rolodex.
Yeah.
You can watch it happen if you watch the video. Like you'll just see it. Like Lucille.
You know, when you're put on the spot, like I played it on Friday night. That song it's fun. It just goes boom, 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 and people kind of like, oh, that's kind of a fun little. Lick.
It is a good lick, right?
But it is a Kenny Rogers song. But I mean, I heard it from Waylon, so it's a Waylon song to me.
That's cool. Did Patsy Cline do My Cheating Heart? Or was it Tammy Wynette?
They all. There's a bunch of those songs that everybody in their. If you look it up, everybody in the day has covered those songs.
Nice.
Oh, fun fact. Chris Stapleton's song, Tennessee Whiskey, is a George Jones song.
It's a cover.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds very different. Like I think he made it better. But
it's a pretty good song.
It's been covered by a bunch of people.
My mom wants me to learn that so bad. I'm like, Mom, I can't play that.
Yeah.
He's too good.
Just put the capo on.
I know.
See, there's another question right there, right? Is like when you're looking to do, sorry, I went down the wrong side. When you're looking for covers, are there songs that intimidate the crap out of you? No, I'm never going to cover that song.
Absolutely. All the time. Yeah. I won't. A lot of stuff is, I mean, this is an outlaw, but I love Jack White. I love the White Stripes, but I can't play the songs that I like of his because he's too bluesy. Like he's so good. A lot of these songs are with electric guitar too, and I'm just acoustic. Electric guitar scares the bejesus out of me. It's very intimidating. But yeah, absolutely. Like the first thing I'll do is I'll listen to a song and I hear it and I'll say, well, people like it. Like, so I've always considered myself an entertainer first, musician second. That's me. Like I learned to play music so that I could play in bars.
Right.
So if it's a song I don't think people will like, if I like it, I probably won't bother to learn it because it takes me forever to learn a song. So I'll find a song. If I think they like it, I'll check it out. And if I can play the chords, that's step 2. Good. That's a win. Step 3. Can I sing it? Yes. Then I'll do it.
Well, that seems to be the mainstay though, right? Like if you're doing covers, you want the recognizability, right? You don't want to be playing covers that were people going.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
There's some covers that are so catchy that people will still be interested in, even though they don't know it. Like I'll do a Green Day song called "Misery," and it can kind of pass as Celtic, and not many people know that song. Even like hardcore Green Day fans are always happy when I play it because they're like, "That's a deep cut," as if you know that one. I'm like, "Yeah, it's the only one I can play because it's just 2 chords, or 3, whatever." So that one people are interested in it. So sometimes if I find a song that's catchy that they don't know, if it's catchy, it's okay because it catches their ear.
Yeah,
I find that when you're playing, especially if no one knows you, lyrics don't matter. You got to get them in with the catchy tune and then a catchy chorus because they'll at least listen to the chorus, but everything else, they just kind of generally speaking, I mean, a lot of us aren't like that. You can listen, but sometimes in a bar you can't hear and you just want to hear something that makes your
catchy. Yeah, I get your head bob.
But if you listen to a lot of the outlaw country stuff, man, if you actually listen to the lyrics of the songs, it's depressing as hell.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like Lucille's about a woman who's going out, she's cheating on her man because she's like, it's like, and yes, it's the quintessential country song where there's a cheating going on.
A cheating going on.
But Waylon has his voice, right?
Well, that's the thing too, right?
Yeah. The voice. Like
Ordinary and Mean, like that song. Like,
that's one of Gus's favorites.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. It just gets me going every time.
I think my favorite song of his is Amanda.
Oh, yeah.
Such a great tune.
Stapleton again, another nice version of that.
Yep. But it's always going to be Waylon for me with that
Oh,
song.
man. Why don't you play something for us? Are you up for it?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
Here, I'll get the
Would it have to be an original? I imagine.
Yeah, no, please. It's up to you.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll play an original. Because,
whatever you're feeling.
just for, I guess, copyright.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah. So I wrote a song about a bar fight. I always joke around that it's about a bar fight that may or may not have happened.
That's good.
So it didn't happen, but it did. It's like 3 events that I merged into one story.
Yeah. 3 events in one story.
Yeah. So the story is like, if you listen to the song, that didn't happen, but parts of it did, and I put them together to make it more interesting.
There you go.
Just caroling and running away. I'm just kidding. I can't run.
You had to stand strong. You had to stand.
Yeah, it's like, unless it's downhill on a skateboard, I'm
Patty doesn't
sticking
have a
around.
fight or flight response. It's just stand here and get
Guess I'm fucking fighting.
That's right.
fight inside of me, baby.
No
Yeah.
choice. Yeah.
There you go. Another one.
It's called Boots. I'm sitting in a bar watching Aaron run the ball, focused on every play. And in comes this dude who speaks rude to you. I get up and decide to say, I recommend you change your tune because your attitude is rude. I'd be glad to adjust it for you. I recommend to you, my friend, that you go out the way you came in, but with my boot mark stamped to your rear end. He didn't like that much, so things got a little rough. A fight was about to begin. The keeper got involved, he tried to stop the brawl, but our fists were already on their way. I recommend you change your tune because your attitude is rude. I'd be glad to adjust it for you. I recommend to you, my friend, that you go out the way you came in, but with my boot mark stamped to your rear end. My fist landed first, I hit him where it hurts. His fist missed me by a mile. He picked up a broken glass, so I kicked him in the ass. And I tell you how that sure made me smile. I recommend you change your tune because your attitude is rude. I'd be glad to adjust it for you. I recommend to you, my friend, that you go out the way you came in, but with my boot mark stamped to your rear end. I recommend you change your tune because your attitude was rude. I was glad to adjust it for you. I told you, my friend, you should go out the way you came in, and now my boot mark stepped to your rear end. And now my boot mark stepped to your rear end. Played with the official Dawg and Gus pick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That makes it sound so much sweeter.
So that was just a fun.
That's a great tune.
Oh, thanks.
Great tune. Yeah.
This is a guitar that my wife got for me as a surprise a couple of years ago.
Martin and Co.
Martin HD28. And if you know your guitars, it was very nice of her to get me this.
Good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's they call it the banjo killer.
Oh, really?
It's so loud that the dreadnought was created to drown out the banjo back before amplification.
Wow.
So and this is kind of what Hank Williams would have had. The dreadnought Martin, his would have been the D28. This is really nerdy stuff. I'll wrap it up soon. But the scallop bracing with the herringbone around, that would have been a Hank Williams guitar.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very nice guitar.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's got my dog scratched it.
Oh,
So now I can't, not dog, but my dog.
not me.
What did you do?
I did nothing.
Jumped up
Bad
on me
rap.
for cookies.
Oh, really? Eh?
Oh, him, not my dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He loves cookies.
I love
This dog
cookies.
You gotta
wanted
watch out.
cookies. I'm like, I don't have any.
I do like my cookies.
Why are you in my house?
Why are you jumping up on my guitar?
That's how I got on the show.
I owed him.
Have a
It's like,
cookie.
yeah, don't call the police and I'll help promote your
Come
music.
for
Exactly.
cookies. Come for cookies.
Come to the dark side. We have cookies.
Oh, that's great. I love that. Like your music is so like it gets you going. You know, like it's nice energy, and
Thanks.
I like that.
That's what I try, because like I was saying before, so I'm an unknown, obviously, and if I'm playing music, I want people to enjoy the tune first.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a strong enough lyricist to get people engaged. Like I've seen some independent musicians, or the music is softer and maybe not as catchy, but the lyrics are so powerful. Like that's what you're going to see, right? You're going to see the poetry. You're going to see that kind of emotion. But with me, I can't write that way. So I'm just going to, put the sound that you've heard over and over, and it gets familiar, and I trick people. That makes sense.
I love it.
Well, you have your sounds, just like some of those outlaws did.
Yeah.
Like Johnny,
a lot of 2 or 3/4.
Yep.
Like
back in the day, yeah, for sure.
Well, I guess I am considered an outlaw because Nashville doesn't really want me either.
I like it. I'll call you. I'll call you whatever you want.
It's like, who are you? Like, oh yeah, I'm an outlaw because I'm not.
Put your boots in his rear end.
Yeah, that's it. Tattooed.
What do you sing in the shower?
Usually, an a cappella song where I don't need guitar. So like East Coast kind of song.
Well, I hope so. You wouldn't have the guitar in
there. He's in the shower playing the guitar.
Is that thing waterproof?
Yeah, that was a stupid answer. Like, what do you say? Nothing with my instruments, obviously.
I love it.
Just plugging an electric guitar and away we go.
I'm just an ass. Smart ass.
No, I love it. I enjoy jokes. So I'll sing in the shower when I have a gig coming up, because it warms up the voice. I'm told that with the steam and everything, so I'll just
makes sense.
Sing. Yeah,
that's good.
When I play a lot of shows in a row, sometimes I'll play 4 shows like in a weekend, and I'll make sure to take my shower before I leave so that my voice is like, because if you mess up your voice, you're done. Like, especially if you're playing 3 sets or 4 sets. Can you still? Can I?
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
If you play 3 or 4 sets and then you play that 3 nights in a row, you got to conserve your voice, and that's one of them. Also, an old blues trick is pineapple juice. So if there's some gigging musicians out there like myself that play for 3 or 4 hours straight in pubs, if you want to keep your voice lubricated, old blues trick is pineapple juice with a lot of ice to let it dilute a little bit. Drink that between your sets. It works wonders. I do it every St. Patrick's Day, because St. Patrick's Day I play 3 shows.
Wow.
A day. So from Kathy and I will do 11 a.m. to midnight or 1. And that scared me one year. So I started researching. I'm like, yeah, pineapple juice, stay hydrated. It's funny because on St. Patrick's Day, I get 3 drinks. All right. I get my pineapple juice for lubrication, my water for hydration, and my Diet Coke for to keep me awake.
Yeah.
For energy.
Caffeination.
Where's the 4th drink for intoxication?
Oh, yeah. That's not bad. Actually, I don't drink when I play. You know that?
Makes sense.
We know now.
I think so. It
makes sense.
I said we know now that you don't drink while you play.
My fiddler, she will like I'm not against drinking when people play. I just for me it doesn't help me. It makes me tired. But I think that if this is not good advice. If alcohol helps you put on a better show, I think you should drink some drinks.
Yeah.
Right. Like don't
Whatever
get drunk, obviously. But
no, I think you should be drunk.
Yeah, like
hammered.
A lot of people are disappointed. Like you play Irish music and you're not drinking. I'm like, I'm just gonna get tired. But yeah, like if you need a couple,
you're performing. You're performing.
Yeah,
too.
That's right.
You want to be sharp.
I'm working here.
Yeah,
working.
Yeah. But I know some musicians they get stage fright, so they need the alcohol, and I'm like to brave up, and I think they absolutely should. I think it's still about making the show better. Now, I'm not saying you should get drunk and then forget all the words. That's unless you're a rock star.
Unless you're Bob Dylan.
Yeah, that's a luxury that rock stars can afford. But I remember one day I was playing.
Neil Young. Yeah, we get it going.
Elvis was bad for that too.
We were playing at Zaphod's, and it was a night where just a bunch of musicians were there, and we were one of the opening acts. And these young kids came up to me, and they wanted some papers, some rolling papers, and their whole thing was they were going to get drunk and high before their show. And it was one of their first shows, and that was their goal. They wanted to play intoxicated. I'm like, you shouldn't do that if you're trying to be known, to impress the promoter, impress the bar. I mean, if you need it to, this old man Pat giving advice to the young musicians who are far better than he is, and it's no place to say, but I've already started my story, so I'm going to finish it. Yeah, like if you get so intoxicated where your show sucks, don't do it. because you're not going to get called back, especially a bar downtown.
Yeah.
You know, don't. It's not. It's not.
Yeah, well, and plus you get a reputation, and then nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
I get it for sure.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, personally, I don't drink at all, so it's sort of it's a interesting. But I used to drink when I bartended, so that was a different game, though.
I drank it.
If it makes you a better bartender.
No, it didn't.
No,
it usually doesn't. No.
I was still excellent, but I could have been way better.
Yeah.
I drank in the parking lot before we started.
Which bar was it in Ottawa?
Yeah, many. Lone Star was like a big one for me because I and that's where my love of country actually came from. Baseline,
okay.
Baseline, the original one, because it was the only one at the time when I started there, and then made my way to downtown. Like I worked at Pier 21 and On Tap and Minglewoods and
we are the same age, I think.
Yeah, and blah blah blah,
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
Exactly. It goes on. And
Riverside Pub, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but Lone Star was a long time. I was there for like 13 years.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a full.
Like from high school,
Yeah.
and then worked all those other bars at the same time.
I'm thinking you probably served me
I have
at the
Oh,
Lone
yeah.
Star. Oh yeah, before we knew each other. I'm pretty sure.
on Baseline for sure.
Oh yeah, because I used to go there a bunch.
Well, I was, it was a great time in my life, to be honest. It was like I was very shy when I was in high school. And then when I started working there, I wasn't shy with people I knew. I was always an extrovert, but I wouldn't open up to just anybody. And then when I worked at Lone Star, it changed for sure.
It helped me too. I was shy in the younger grade, in grade 9. Then I started working in pubs as well. My big one was the Royal Oak in Orleans.
Yeah.
Worked there for years. It was to be called the RB Barn before that, and I worked there. And it really helped me, even in my job today. Like I think every kid, every teenager should work in a restaurant.
I agree.
It teaches you so much.
Well, it teaches you a lot. And I think that it also, like you said, it teaches you how to basically talk to strangers for one, and also like in a positive way, not in a don't talk to strangers. But like it also teaches you the value of hard work too, because restaurant jobs are not easy.
I know, and it teaches you time management, and also teaches you that if you call in sick, you're affecting someone else.
Yeah.
Right, because someone else got to cover for you. I
That's
worked
right.
in call centers for a while, and whenever someone would call in sick, you weren't really, you weren't really screwing anybody over, because we had 100 people working. But when you're a cook in a restaurant that only has one cook on that night, and you call in sick, like you really learn to respect other people's time. And if you show up late, the guy before you or the girl before you, they got to stay late to cover you. So it really teaches you punctuality, time management, multitasking. Because Anyways,
I used to hate when that happened because I prided myself, even if I was hungover, never calling in sick.
Yeah, same.
And then you'd be working like a day shift, and then you're on call. We had on calls that night, and somebody would call in sick, and you'd have to work a double. And like,
because
like I had plans, but
the day shift,
don't make fucking plans when you have an on call. Apparently,
I know, because even if you're not on call, if you work the day shift, they know you're already at work. They can reach you, and this is back before cell phones when I worked in this.
Oh yeah,
we had pagers.
Yeah, same.
But
same.
I never gave them my pager number. But if you
Me neither. Unless you wanted some weed, but other than that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you work the day, you're already there, and you can't say no. They can say stick around. But if you're not there, you can just not answer your phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That doesn't apply anymore.
I remember that too. We had a house line. Lone Star would call, and the three of us would all be like I had two really good friends, and we all worked at Lone Star at the same time. And the Lone Star would come up. Remember the old phone that was on the wall and had like the digital.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, who's calling? Who's answering that? And my buddy Adam just unplugged the phone. It was the best.
I never answer my phone on Fridays.
Yeah,
Friday payday, especially for some reason.
Oh, people get ripped.
Oh yeah,
they don't
like,
want
it's
to go.
payday. I don't want to work.
Exactly.
Call Pat. He's a nice guy. He'll take my shift.
I always took people's shifts too, and then eventually, but it was worth it. Usually, you'd work another night at night and make another 150 and $250 for the day.
Oh yeah, I was a cook, so me it didn't matter.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Bartending and serving was a way different gig. I couldn't be in the back of the house. That's a hard job.
Tough.
You guys would both do it. It was really tough.
But at least we didn't have to fake a smile for customers. I found that being a server bartender is tougher in that way. Where if I'm a cook and I have a bad day, I can still do my job and it doesn't affect me too much.
Yeah.
But for you, if you have a bad day, you're going in, you got to pretend like you're having a good day, right? Because you're the face of the company. So
yeah,
in a way,
what a
that's
face!
harder too,
What a face!
What a face! Yeah.
I remember I look like the same as I did when I was 19. You know?
No, you don't.
No,
you're much more handsome.
I look better now.
You're much more
debonair.
Yeah.
More refined.
Yeah,
More.
Don't have frosted tips anymore.
Oh, God.
Cheesy shit from the 90s.
I imagine.
May I ask you some questions?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Now that we've done,
so I knew this was going to happen too.
No,
like,
it's
I'm gonna
wonderful.
just take up all the time.
But just stop talking now. What's your favorite song to perform? Like it can be your own. You can give me one of each. Actually, give me one of your own and one of your covers.
I think Boots. People tend to like it.
I like Boots.
I like doing that one.
Yeah.
I like wearing boots.
Which one?
I like wearing boots.
Rain boots. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, wearing boots.
Wearing boots.
Yeah, wearing boots.
Wearing boots.
Yeah.
Could have been rain boots. I don't know what you.
Could have been rain boots.
Rain boot.
Rain boots.
For the covers, I think whatever is newest that I've learned, because I can get bored of the old stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So right now,
What did you just learn recently?
I'm learning Paradise by John Prine, but the one that's the most recent. See, I don't even know. I'd have to start. Mama Tried. I think I really like by Merle Haggard.
It's a big one for Dawg.
Yeah,
Dawg loves that song.
It's one of my faves of Merle.
He loves Merle.
I do. He's if out of all the Outlaw guys, he's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
He's an outlaw.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But he's Bakersfield sound. Him and Buck Owens, right? But Merle is just like an amazing songwriter and stuff, and just some of his stuff is just. Like,
Well, Poncho and Lefty is like one of my favorite songs.
It wasn't written by Merle though.
No, I know, but it doesn't matter.
Townes Van Zandt, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But either way, like I bawled my eyes out because my brother was.
Yes.
I was Poncho and
Yeah.
he was Poncho and I was Lefty, and then Poncho dies in that song, and my brother did pass away, so it's like it gets me every time. But it's a great song.
Yep.
I love that.
No,
but I love music for that. I love when you feel all your emotions, right? That's the whole best part about it.
I think a song should either make you feel or make you move. Right?
Yeah.
So if it doesn't do one of those, then
Nice.
the song's not for you.
Yeah.
That's a good answer or a good statement.
Yeah. Now,
I like that.
yeah. I'm gonna
Feel
ask-
it, feel or move.
Feel or move, baby. What is your guilty musical pleasure? Like something that we would look at you and go, "There's no way you listen to that, Paddy. You lied to us."
He listens to Vanilla Ice's version of "Secret of the Ooze" by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Guilty pleasure. I don't know. I never
Go
feel
Ninja.
guilty about music that I listen to.
No, but
But yeah, so okay, sorry. You mean like song that I wouldn't be
random one,
like? Yeah. I like. I like the songs that you hear like on popular radio stations. The stuff that you hear in a dance club. I don't know any of the current artists.
Neither do
What's his, Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
listened to him. I think
He's got some bopping tunes.
Yeah.
He's a good songwriter too.
Yeah.
because I think all music is good music depending where you're listening to it, right? Like I love Johnny Cash. He's my favorite musician, but I'm not going to listen to Johnny Cash when I'm working out. Will I listen to Technotronic when I'm working out? Probably.
Yeah.
You know, what people would
Pump
consider
up the
Technotronic
jam.
not real music. I think it is. I think it all has a purpose. So I think my guilty pleasure would be the top 10 stuff you would hear on. I don't want to mention a radio station, but like
You can 89.9.
Hot
yeah,
89.9. The
stuff.
new Hot 89.9.
yeah, like I'll
Still
listen
new, eh?
Still new.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
That's been around since like 2005 or something.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of that station. Sorry to say that out loud.
Oh, guess we're never getting on there.
I haven't heard.
I don't want to be. Yes, I'm looking at you.
I haven't listened to them in a long time. I used to only listen to music to radio when I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm a big Sirius radio, actually.
Okay, yeah.
I got my Spotify playlist. I'm happy with that.
I switch it up.
Yeah, I don't. I'm
I
not
drive
paying
a
for
lot.
Sirius. I just find Sirius is just. I found the couple of stations that I did like listen to was always the same songs. If you got the same artist, like so, yeah, coming up next, and it's like it's going to be one or two songs.
Well, you got to listen to Willie's station. He changes it up. Changes it up all the time.
But I'm not paying for that. Sorry, no. I will just listen to my own radio.
Live your life,
stations.
man.
Thank you.
I always just like every time they try and negotiate me, I always say I'm leaving, and then they Oh, you're $6 a month again. So it was like, all right, fair enough.
I sign up to YouTube Music. When I work, I listen to YouTube mixes all the time.
Yeah, is it good?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it kind of curates what you look for, and you can make your own playlist. I like designing my own mixes, like mixtapes.
Yeah, that's cool. Those are the days, eh? When I used to make
That's the way to go.
I find a lot of my new music through movie soundtracks. That's how I found.
Me too. TV too, actually. Television. I'll hear a song like a cover of something that I was like, where is this song? I know this song, and then I download it because I do love Spotify and YouTube Music for that stuff.
That's what I do too. Like a lot of my favorite bands today, I heard through movies, and I'll go look for them on YouTube or on Spotify or whatever, and then they'll recommend more songs, and that's how I find
that's cool.
my new music. Yeah.
That's the one, we've talked about this many times. That's the one positive thing I've taken from Spotify and all streaming stations, because they're all the same. If you're listening to something on Apple Music, if you're listening to it on Spotify, if you're listening to it on whatever, it'll always, you drop down somebody else you may like, but and it's kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. Go to the next one, right? And it always drops down for every artist. So it's
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
It's good for that. But other than
it's guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
Sheeran. Cool. Who's that? All About That Bass one.
That's Meghan Trainor.
I liked her too. She did a great song for the Peanuts movie. I thought it was fantastic.
Peanuts movie's awesome.
I know, it's so good.
Penis movie.
Peanuts.
Yeah.
Shit, boys.
Yeah, all those ones.
Lord.
People, and that's people like it too. They just say they don't.
Yeah, it's funny because
I've never seen it.
No, we're talking about the music.
Yeah.
Oh, but the Peanuts.
The Peanuts, the new one is awesome. It's
Say
so
it
good.
Again. Say it really fast.
Peanuts movie.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. The Peanuts movie. Penis. There. You happy now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Now, the reason that we asked that, Patty, is we had the boys from Rock and Engine on, and these guys are heavy dudes, right? And we're like, who do you like? I'm like, Adele. It's like, you look at these guys and think, there's no way.
Yeah, like they're like,
yeah, and it's like heavy, but they love Adele and Alicia Keys and stuff.
Well,
it's just fun to ask.
I think it's a great question.
They're tremendous artists.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you can't go wrong with either.
No, sir. You cannot.
I mean, Adele's got a voice that transcends, right? Like I think it's like one of those.
Almost as good as yours.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. I'm here for you, bro.
Like as a speaking voice, perhaps,
yes,
but
not as a singing. Your singing voice sucks, dude.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah,
you guys have the best DJ voices. I'm sorry, it's so like I can understand why you do this.
Well, I think it's we've subconsciously. I always thought about what I heard here, and then Dawg is always he has his own radio show and stuff, so he's always I'm sure he's focusing on what he's saying and how he's saying it, but I think it's just our voices are deeper. He's got a really high pitched voice when he sings some country songs. Actually.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. I was driving back with him. I don't know where we went to Toronto for Rage. Yeah. And then we're driving back and I had Sirius XM on and we were listening to 90s country, which Dawg loves.
I do.
And I was like hearing these high pitched voice, like singing parts. And I was like looking over and it's him and it was like crushing it. And I was like, this is hilarious. I did not expect that from you.
I told a story before with Rebecca. When I was in school, I did choir and they didn't know where to put me in the choir because if they put me near the sopranos, I would sing soprano. If they put me near the altos, I would sing alto. If they put me near the bass, I would sing whatever I was sitting next to and I heard, that's how I would sing.
You should have been a musician.
I should. It's the same thing with music. Like, what's this song? Girl Crush. I just love that tune. Little Big Town.
Yeah.
And crush that one. When my voice is good. Like some days I'm just like right now. But anyway, yeah. So it's kind of fun.
Do you have any pre-show rituals?
Yeah. I like to sit at the bar with customers. I like to show up early, sit with the customers, talk with the servers before the show. I really like to get to know the people before I play there.
Yeah, we noticed that even when we were because we went to the green room, you were the first one to talk to us, and then
you were sitting there with Sarah and
right.
Adam.
Yeah,
Adam. Yeah,
and then the two. I don't know who the drummer's name. I think was Serge
I think. Yeah, something on the French side.
The bassist was I think he's Dave or something, but he was dressed like a friggin'
He was great.
He was like 6'5", dressed in like Wranglers, and had the
country.
No, that was oh my God! I know him. I recommended him. That was So I can't. The name is escaping me now.
That's
Oops.
okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Oh,
We're
my
getting to
God.
the
I'm
end.
gonna send
We're getting to
him
the end.
emails.
I mean, you don't hurt.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send an email to apologize.
Rob,
Sorry about that, guys.
Rob, sorry, Rob Lethbridge. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, exactly.
Lethbridge.
He'd be like, "What are you apologizing for?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're not like massive, eh? So I think we
What? What do you
we
mean?
will be.
What do you
One
mean?
day this will trend.
It's coming.
In my
Trending.
mind, we are.
We're trending
We are trending.
in the right direction.
Yes, upwards, baby,
Ups and downs
and
rounds
ebbs and
rounds.
flows and.
Ornery and mean. What's the most difficult thing about being a musician?
For like the type of musician I am, would be
Subjectively.
I don't know what that word means. No, I'm just kidding.
For you.
For me, I think like this is more like something that's uncomfortable is when so someone will request a song, all right, and which I love requests, and then if I don't know the song, I will say I'm sorry I don't know it, and most of the times people will say, hey, no problem, it's all good, but sometimes people get really defensive and they're upset that you don't know the song.
Why?
I don't know.
It's really weird.
And I get that quite a bit. And I think that's the hardest part of gigging, that and remembering the words to the songs, because I don't have the iPad in front of me. So that gets difficult too sometimes, because your brain's like just going through muscle memory. And if your brain forgets, it's like too bad, so sad, you're not remembering. That's another hard part. But especially I find like a lot of times the like people who request the songs and they get defensive. Sorry, I don't know that song, and that's always that leaves me a little raw sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
Just because I feel bad because I don't know it, and then they get defensive.
So, Paddy, what you're saying is you don't know every song ever recorded.
I don't, and I think I accidentally said that, and that's why.
Interview over.
Yeah.
Why is he here, Gus?
I thought he knew every song.
I'm sure a lot of musicians right now are like, yeah, I know, I hate that too.
No, exactly.
It's tough when you do covers too, because like the expectation, like doing a cover of a song that somebody really loves and you don't do it the way they want or the way that they're expecting to hear it, and they're kind of looking at you like, you suck, dude. And you're like, well, you wanted the song. This is the way I do it.
That was intense.
I know,
the way you
right?
just said that.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to be.
Fuck.
That's why I don't request songs, because I don't want to listen to songs, that I love being butchered by people.
You suck.
You
dude.
suck, dude. Just kidding. If you had a chance to open for anybody, they could be dead or alive. Like if we brought them back for one show, who would you open for?
Johnny Cash.
I'm not talking.
I mean,
Not me.
I would love
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Oh my God, I'd love to open for
That'd be good. Yeah, be good. It'd be good. He'd be good. Yeah, he's crushing
so,
it.
Opening. This is a tough question for me, because I'm thinking like with this, Johnny Cash. Yes, I would love to open for him, obviously, because I would get to meet him.
Right.
So someone who's passed, yeah, Johnny Cash, absolutely. I'd love to open for him at a prison show.
Oh.
Playing at an old prison, and that would be fantastic. Then I'd play all his songs, and he'd be mad at me. He's like, "No, I can't play them because you played them."
Yeah.
Oh.
Alive.
He'd say, "Don't play all my
Yeah,
songs."
but-
boy.
Alive, like if I like, so I'd like to answer this two ways.
Okay.
Unrealistically, Johnny Cash.
Right.
Realistically, someone comes to Ottawa, and I have an opportunity to open for them because they're not that big, I think there's a punk rocker named Chuck Reagan that I really like. He's from a punk band called Hot Water Music. He comes here sometimes, plays in small clubs. I'd love to open for him. I'd love to open for, like, let's say Alan Doyle or Sean McCann.
Yeah, of course.
With the Celtic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just any small stage artist. I wouldn't say Sean McCann and Alan Doyle are small stage. I'm going to take that back. But, a smaller stage artist that's playing a small club that I really enjoy, I'd love to open for them. So I think, Chuck Reagan would be really cool, I think.
Yeah, I think it would be cool. I know the artist you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He's not that well known, but he's getting there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Paddy's willing to open for you.
Chuck Reagan, come on.
Give him a call.
He's a big fan of the show.
Yeah, huge.
He knows every song.
Yeah, ever written.
Yep.
Even some that haven't been
You
written.
suck, dude.
Dude.
Like the way you looked at me right there. Do you have something you want to talk to me about later? Or?
A little bit, maybe.
Shit.
You.
Get out of here. Do you want to play one? And then,
Yeah, sure.
Or do you want to answer the?
I like questions.
We'll play a quick one.
Play a quick
okay.
one. Play a little ditty.
Okay, so I've got one. This is a historical Ottawa one. The songs I'm playing are also available to listen to on YouTube, coincidentally enough.
Check it out.
Yeah, Paddy Paystub on YouTube. And can I plug my Instagram?
Absolutely.
Please do, yeah.
Paddy Paystub on Instagram. The more followers I have, the more valuable I appear to be in the bar industry. So the more likes I have, please help me out. It helps me get gigs.
We'll blast you out too.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
It's a great way to support me without costing a dime. This song, I don't know if you remember. You don't remember. There was
Yes, we do.
Collapsing of a bridge in Ottawa. Do you know about this?
You know what? From the show, I didn't.
Okay.
Dog did.
I did.
You did. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, we talked about this. Yes.
But I please tell the story.
Yeah. So the Heron Road Bridge, it crosses over the canal and the Rideau River, and in 1967, I want to say.
I think it's 67. I think you're right.
67, August 10th. They were pouring concrete and it collapsed. There was a big storm, big rainstorm, and it collapsed. And some people were buried alive in there. Some of them died because they had to jump off. They're like, do I fall in the concrete or do I like jump off the bridge? And you could hear it all across Ottawa. My dad was working construction a couple of kilometers down the road, and he heard it fall. And every single emergency vehicle was dispatched. Ottawa, the valley, everything, and to go help these people. And they had to stop the search because it was raining so bad. 9 people died as a result of that.
Wow.
And I wrote a song about it because my dad told me the story when I was younger because he remembers it so clearly. And at the time, there's no internet, so I couldn't really research any of it. So this story is based on how my dad told me. So if there's any Ottawa historians out there, don't call me on any of it. I'm just telling the tale as he told me. But it's accurate enough where it's still pretty disturbing. Right?
Yep.
If you do complain, we'll go, you suck,
Well, the internet
dude.
now, it's like, it wasn't 9, it was 4
You
o'clock.
suck.
Not 3 o'clock.
I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
That's what Dog looked like, by the way, just so everybody's aware.
Here he goes, the Heron Road Bridge disaster. All 9 young men, they died that day, building that bridge so far away. It collapsed on those men, they say, that bridge so far away. I was off to work one August morn. Me and the boys, we could have sworn that something would go bad that day on that bridge so far away. We arrived on site, eager and pumped. The skies were fair, the day was young. Pouring concrete was our job on that bridge so far away. All 9 young men, they died that day, building that bridge so far away. It collapsed on those men, they say, that bridge so far away. And suddenly, late afternoon, the rain came down like a monsoon. The bridge gave out from underneath and it fell into the deep. The collapsing was heard all around. Surrounding towns could hear the sound of the structure falling to the ground. The sirens riding loud. All 9 young men, they died that day, building that bridge so far away. It collapsed on those men, they say, that bridge so far away. As the bridge fell, we had a choice. Neither choice were the upper choice. Was to fall on rocks and trees or a slab of wet concrete. My buddy, he fell in waist deep. His friend was stuck there underneath. He could feel his hands wrapped around his feet as he drowned in the gray sea. All 9 young men, they died that day, building that bridge so far away. It collapsed on those
say that bridge so far away. Oh. Oh. The firefighters tried their best to save every man from the wreckage. The rain got mad, they had to stop, or 4 lives would be lost. My buddy made it out alive, though his friend did not survive. He and 8 others got buried alive in that bridge so far away. All 9 young men, they died that day, building that bridge so far away. Collapsed on those men, they say, that bridge so far away. All 9 young men, they died that day, building that bridge so far away. Collapsed on those men, they say, that bridge so far away.
I wasn't sure if we should cheer for that sad song, but
It was a great.
it's a tragedy song, dude. It's like the wreck of the Edmonds Fitzgerald.
But people cheer for it.
Yeah, just because it's Gordon Lightfoot.
Well, it's a lovely song.
Yeah.
Well done.
It was very well done. Love it.
So that's why we cheer.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for
You
clearing that up for me.
suck, dude.
You can't even do it like me.
No, nobody can do it like you.
Damn straight, brother.
All right, let's do it. 80s or 90s, bro.
80s or 90s music.
Yeah, I want to hear this answer that you were so excited to tell us.
Well, I was not. I may have. The answer is it depends on the style of music.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
That's really
Really, that's kind of a
isn't it?
that's kind of anticlimactic right
then
there.
let's expand on that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, of course, I was going to. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's like it depends on the type.
Yeah. No. That was not my answer. That was, like I said, I'm a storyteller. That's Act 1, the setup.
Patty, can you elaborate, please?
Absolutely.
Would you mind?
So I think for country music, I would prefer 80s because the Outlaws were still creating good music at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think for punk music, the punk song artists that I enjoy would have been from the 80s. I think that when it comes to hip hop, I like 90s a lot.
Yes.
And I think
Yes.
for rock, I like 90s.
Okay, well that's fair.
So this is a man.
So which one do you like better?
Yeah, you still have to choose, dude.
Oh, okay. I would go 90s.
Oh.
90s.
So this is the man who researched, right? Because you noticed the little things he said. Yeah, you know, for the hip hop, I'll go 90s. He didn't go 80s. And by the way, for me, the 80s country music is crap. Just like you said, the 80s.
But the 80s, like the outlaw stuff that was still being put out, was it decent?
It was
It
like
was
late
better than the
70s.
90s country.
I don't know. I like the
Ooh,
90s
see,
country.
yeah,
Oh, that's it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
going down.
I know
Hold
you
on.
said earlier that he likes the 90s. I don't know if that was when we were filming or not.
I'm taking off the sweater. We're going to fight. It's going to be a fight.
My money's on boots.
He can't run
Yeah,
fast.
that's right. Yeah.
Neither of you can. It'd be like the slowest race I've ever seen.
I'm faster than slow.
No, I think
I'm slower than-
Patty'd catch you.
No, he wouldn't.
He'd be like Jason.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would trip.
walk
I would trip.
loose.
Yeah.
Hurt an ankle.
Yeah. No.
No.
And Jason's just like walking.
Yeah. Do, do, do.
Okay, I gotta watch some Halloween movies.
Yeah, you do.
I
Well, we got
watched
to.
the Halloween trilogy last week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is coming up on those days.
I have this like guilty pleasure where I watch a guy that drives around with the Michael Myers mask and he just sort of stops in front of people and turns and he's playing the loud Halloween song and he looks at them and like honks at this crazy horn, like it's like the loudest horn you've ever heard, and people just go like, "Oh shit!" They like drive away.
Tell him what you did last week.
Oh, I did that to Rock and Engine. Like that, I came back. Like I pretend like I left, and then I put on the Halloween song, like Michael Myers song, and then
I was still
back.
chatting with the boys.
And
outside.
they were legit scared because I came in like really fast and then stopped right in front of them. Then it was great.
And they, oh man, did they chuckle?
I have a guilty pleasure. I love scaring people. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I like being scared.
I have a great story, but I don't know if we have time.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
Let's do
okay.
it.
So there's this game, this magic trick that my buddy and I do. It's called the Wizard. Okay, and what we do is
Ooh, the wizard.
I'm not going to tell you the trick, but what happens is you call the wizard, and then you tell him which card you picked, and the guy over the phone will tell you which card it is. All right, so You pick a card, I dial the number, I talk to the wizard, and then he talks to you and he'll tell you the card. And it's a trick. It's not real magic. All right. So we did that to one of our buddies at a pizza place downtown.
Is magic real?
This one is not real. So the trick is he grabs the phone, he picks the card up out on Rideau Street. We're in Orleans. He picks a card, he grabs the phone, the guy on the phone tells him which card he picked. It's really, really creepy. But it is a trick. Now, we kept doing it. And my buddy knew this guy, so he kept giving me personal information about him. So every time he'd pick up the phone, I'd say, you have a red car, you have a red Taurus. This is your address. And he's like, who's this stranger that doesn't, that knows everything about me? And then he did it one more time. He picked the card, and then I dressed up in a trench coat with my beard. I walked into the pizzeria and gave him the card that he picked, like another one. We have it on the security camera. And he freaked out, and I walked out, and that night he slept with a baseball bat. We told him that it was the day after we told him, but we scared the living bejesus out of him.
That's fabulous.
I said bejesus twice in this interview. I want to tell you that I never say that word, and I don't know why I'm saying it today. But yeah, we really scared
the bejesus out of him.
Bejesus out of him. Yeah. If you say that 3 times, and the guy.
Oh man, Beetlejuice.
Oh,
Jesus!
Oh wait, Jesus just showed up. He's outside.
No, but Jesus.
Bedazzled bejesus.
Different guy.
Bedazzled Jesus.
He's a bedazzled Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus shows
He's
up.
shiny.
Jesus shows up, we got bigger problems.
I know we don't.
Paddy Paystub, you the man. Thank you for coming today.
Is it over already?
It is.
Yeah, unless you got another story, but I'm out of gas.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Just kidding.
I
Not
like
this side.
chatting. It's okay.
We can chat some more after we're done. And
Okay.
but this is
You have one more question?
I'll fire you another question.
Look at me. I'm sorry. I'm not normally on podcast. That was very rude. We can wrap it up.
One more question.
Okay.
He's looking. He's gonna look for one.
When?
No, not that one. Not that one either. There we go.
Oh no.
Is Thriller by Michael Jackson a Halloween song?
Oh boy.
That's right. The hard-hitting questions here on the Dawg and Gus show.
Based on the music video, it is not Halloween themed. The video does not take place on Halloween. It's just a zombie. So I would say no, it's not a Halloween song.
Yes.
Dog wins.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Don't be sorry.
Okay, but so here's this, as a 80s baby, I loved Michael Jackson. I think everybody in the 80s loved Michael Jackson, right? And I could moonwalk, and I did when I had the Thriller album. But I remember watching that video for the first time, and it was released on Halloween.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I love Halloween, and I really love Halloween, is the dressing up, and I think I liked being center of attention. So
No.
You shocked? Yeah.
Not at all.
And I do like to be. I think it's because I'm I was left alone as a boy and I had to find my own way.
To your own devices.
Yeah, we were latchkey kids. Is that what they call us?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they left me alone, and your imagination went. And I remember watching that video, and I was just every Halloween now I play that video. Every Halloween, I even posted it on ours. So
You did.
and then Instagram took it down. But I just love that. That's why I think it's a Halloween song, because it comes to me that way. I understand what you're saying. It is a zombie song.
It's a horror-based song.
But the video was so cutting edge at the time.
Yes.
And, to do that kind of art, you remember the crazy fake hair would grow on that fake face and all that? I thought it was awesome. It was great. I love that song. So that's why I was bringing that up.
So you watched the full video, a full 10 minutes. Of
the whole
movie theaters where he's eating popcorn.
Yeah. My favorite part of that whole song, Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite.
Darkness falls over
And just the laugh at the end, right? Whenever I play it,
buddy, I know that whole bit.
I know.
I love it.
When I DJ and I play that song, I can't cut it. Usually you kind of fade into the next song, but you just can't do it.
Didn't he do Tales from the Crypt? Is that who did it?
He might have been on it. Yeah.
He was on also the album Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare. I forget which song.
Welcome to my nightmare.
He
he's
does a
awesome.
whole monologue. And
darkness goes across the land.
Yeah.
Nightfall. I got to remember the whole thing, but it'll come out.
Wow. Okay, well, I think we're done.
Oh,
I'm starting to quote Vincent Price. We are done.
Yeah.
No, let's ask him
No,
another
no,
question.
no, let's
Ask
keep
another-
going.
ask
Let's keep
another
going.
question. Ask him another question.
No,
Why?
because you're having too much fun and I don't like it.
You got nothing, eh?
I got something,
Give
but
it.
I got a rash is what I was going to say.
Oh,
So
disgusting.
that's too much.
Do you think he'll ever put out an album?
Oh, actually, yeah. I'm recording one right now.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Please
so
talk about it.
We're
here to promote you, by the way.
Yeah, right. That's my fault.
It's all good. No, we should have asked.
So I started recording some songs with Eric Eggleston.
Nice.
He's a producer. I know him from high school. I've known him for years. And the videos you're going to see online are his production. They're fantastic. And
Fantastic.
now he did such a good job. But I wanted a full album, and I have a buddy. He's a punk rocker, and he said, let's do 10 songs, punk rock style, no money, just like in the basement. And he offered to record and produce 10 songs for me for free. I was like, I got to take him up on this.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I'm gonna record 10 of my original songs.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we're gonna release it, but we will. And we've been recording for the past couple of weeks. And
Spotify, bro.
Yeah, Spotify.
But then some hard copies too. Make a little scratch.
Little thumb drive. Sell at shows, maybe.
Ooh.
Plug them in your car. Like
Could
kind of
it
like
be- like an MP4 or whatever.
Like an MP4, yeah.
MP4,
Apparently you
MP3,
can
yeah.
have them made any way you want. Like,
That's not a bad idea.
You know what?
Different.
That's something I've never seen.
I want to see a cassette, but whatever. That's
he said.
Where are you
that.
gonna play
He said,
it?
Get cassettes. I don't know if it's
on a cassette player.
Do you have a cassette player?
I do.
Okay.
In my garage. It's an old Pioneer CD player that has the thing on the top that goes.
I thought he was going
put the
to.
CD in, but then there's a tape player at the
I
bottom.
thought he was going to invite himself over to my place to listen to it.
Well, no.
I have a cassette player too.
Where we're gonna sit on your bed together?
Well, I'll get another chair
Okay,
just for you.
okay. Well, that's fair. I'll bring a patio chair.
Just bring a collapsible
Okay.
chair, dude.
Yeah.
I live alone. I don't need to have a chair. I need one chair for me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's enough.
Yeah, it is enough.
We really appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
We're
gonna have you again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd love
yeah.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
This was too
Send
much
us
fun.
a thumb drive when it's done.
Yeah,
I think that's
I can
very
play thumb
expensive.
drives in my vehicle.
So can I?
Yeah.
You already play your thumb drive.
My
Shit.
car doesn't even have a CD player. I asked the
Nobody does,
I
dude.
know. I asked the sales rep, like, can I pay extra to have a CD player? And she laughed. That's not a joke. I'm serious.
Yeah, I
So
have
all my
CDs
CDs
too,
are
yeah.
collecting dust.
I have a
Do you
couple.
have a CD player?
I do have a CD player.
Ah, you're good.
At home, yeah.
Yeah,
Not in the
okay.
car.
Well, you could probably go get like someone to put one in for you.
That's true. I keep forgetting that that's an option.
But you can also use
That's how we did it before when I
Use
got my
an
special one with
adapter.
the face plate that you could push a button
Yeah.
and take it
Oh,
with you.
yeah.
People used to steal them. Remember that was a thing that people stole? It was so
just
weird.
the faceplate because then
Yeah.
you couldn't use it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fuck you, man. Like it's like
Jerks.
really yeah.
People are
I
jerks.
almost got mugged on Donald Street in 97. I had my faceplate. I was going to see my buddy, and there's 5-6 guys that surrounded me to steal my faceplate. And luckily, I knew one of them from before, and they all once he knew me, they backed off. But I'm thinking, it's just the faceplate. Like, what are you going to do with that?
Break it. Like
Yeah,
throw
but you
it
can't
somewhere.
sell the unit.
No, I know it's stupid.
I
But
said
people
that
used to
story
do it.
so nonchalantly.
It's
That-
not
that
cool,
was-
dude.
But yeah, I say it that way because nothing ended up happening. But yeah, I was holding my faceplate, like you say, and like, why are you going to steal that?
Yeah, exactly. You're just being a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Say it, dog.
Not cool, dude. I don't know if that had the same intensity. Sorry.
No, your eyes are like wide open. You were like,
I was a little incensed back then.
You went.
It was a long time ago.
went thriller on us.
Uh-oh. It was a long time ago.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Thanks, guys. I had a lot of fun. Seriously.
Patty, you the man.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Can't wait to see you go as far as you want to go.
I'm
And then
just
stop?
happy playing in the trenches and the pubs and making extra money.
There you go.
Let's see. You get to play and you get to enjoy it and
Mhm.
play some more of that country, outlaw
Outlaw country. Till next time.
country.